Lots of folks have misunderstandings about hearing instruments. They think, the biggest one is, once I get hearing instruments, I'm going to be like a kid again. My hearing's going to be normal, everything's going to be wonderful, I'll hear 100% of the conversation. Well, that doesn't even happen with somebody with normal hearing. You don't hear 100% of the conversation. Another myth or misconception about hearing instruments is, if I get a noise, these hearing instruments are going to be just like my TV ears, where I only hear the speech and I don't hear any noise at all. That doesn't happen. You are going to hear background noise. The idea with hearing instruments is it's going to allow you to hear the person sitting in front of you and the people sitting next to you in background noise, even in the presence of the noise. Now, if you can't hear the person sitting next to you and the people next to you in the presence of noise because the noise is overcoming that, that's a hearing instrument adjustment. But hearing aids are not going to allow you to hear everything there is in noise. If you will wear your hearing instruments from the time you get up to the time you get down, to the time you go to bed, rather, then your brain begins to adapt to those sounds. It begins to identify those sounds. Oh, that's a clock ticking over there. I know that sound. Oh, that sound that person is hearing that person's speech. Those are the high frequency consonants. I recognize those sounds. So the more you wear the hearing instrument, the more your brain learns what those sounds are, and the more comfortable the sounds become to you. One of the reasons hearing instruments are rejected is something called acceptable noise level. There is actually, when you do brain scans of people who can accept background noise, it's different from the brain scans of people who say they can't stand background noise. That there's actually a brain, maybe an inherent ability to be able to tolerate or put up with background noise. The lower end technology level, when I've tried it out personally, because I have hearing loss too in the high frequencies, the background noise is like in my face. It's prominent. It's right here. I can still hear the other people, but the background noise just seems very prominent. When I wear a top of the line instrument, the background noise is there, but it's more out here. It's not in my face, and it's just a lot more comfortable. So if I know someone is very sensitive to background noise, I'm going to try to put them in a high quality hearing instrument. The first thing that determines what kind of hearing instrument style you're going to have is your shape of hearing loss, because there's different shapes. People can have a flat loss across all frequencies, or they can have really good low frequency and then poor high frequency. They can have a gentle slope, or they can have a precipitous slope. All those things determine what kind of style of hearing aid you're going to get. If you tend to have really good low frequency hearing and poor high frequency hearing, then I'm going to want to fit you in what's called an open fit hearing aid. It's a style that lets sound leak out of your ear. The reason that's important is because the minute you block up your ears, you hear your own voice really loudly. Try putting your fingers in your ear and saying something, la la la. Oh yeah, you hear your own voice, you hear footsteps, you hear chewing and things like that. But what some people want, especially if they're, they have cosmetic issues, they want the teeny tiniest little thing to fit way down in their ear so that nobody can see it. But that also plugs your ear up. So if you insist on the wrong kind of style of hearing instrument, you might not be successful